What's up, guys? Today I have here the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. This is Samsung's latest tablet phone combo. And before I open this up and get started, I want to say thank you to Samsung for sending me this review unit. And so I'll go ahead and open up the box. Okay. Wow. So there it is. This is the gray-green color. So I'm going to set this aside. See what else we get in the box. So we get this little small package up in the top. Let's see what we get. Okay. So we have a quick start guide in terms and conditions and another little terms and conditions pamphlet. And then we have a SIM ejector tool and a US Type-C to Type-C charging cable. And I'm pretty sure that's it. So, okay, getting to the phone. Wow. This thing looks really nice. So this is my first ever foldable. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up the tab. Okay. Wow. This is pretty cool. And this year, there's a lot of improvements. The cover screen, or the main display, or the outside display, I don't know what you'd want to call it, is now bigger due to the slimmer hinge and smaller bezels. And then we have the new camera system on this year's Fold, which includes a lot of the camera, like programming and cameras from the S22 series, which is nice to see on the foldables. So I'm going to go ahead and power this guy up. If it wants to turn on. Oh, there it is. Okay. So while that's doing that, I'm going to take a quick tour of the side. So here we have the power button / fingerprint sensor, volume rockers, 5G antenna, SIM card tray, some speakers, microphones, and obviously the hinge. And then the US Type-C charging port, which can support 25-watt super fast charging, and another speaker grill. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and boot this guy up. And wow, you may not be able to see it on camera because you can see a little bit of pixelization there. But wow, that selfie camera is almost invisible, which is a lot better than last year's model. So I'm going to go ahead and put all my personal data into that phone, and I'll be right back with my review. Okay, so I put all my personal information in here, and it's been about 2 days or so after I last filmed the unboxing, and I'm here to do my review on it, how it's held up for these 3 days, which has been actually surprisingly good, and just like all in all, my thoughts on it, and if this is worth it and stuff. So, okay, going into the design, this has covered by Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, which is Samsung's newest and strongest form of glass. And the hinge and the sides are made from Armor aluminum, which is apparently really strong. And this cover display has like no micro scratches on it, which is nice. And then the inner display is made out of a very thin glass, which is their ultra thin glass. And I'm pretty sure the screen protector is just plastic, which is okay because it's a screen protector. So the one thing on camera is you can see like a lot of dust in it, but like when you're using it, you can't really see it at all. Another weird thing is, okay, so obviously you can kind of see the selfie camera, but let me clean it off. Okay, but I don't know what that little thing is. I don't know if you can really see it on camera. Let's see. Not really. Okay. It's just like a secondary like little hole, which I'm not sure what it is. So, I mean, that's not really that important. Just something little weird. And then, so this is running the Samsung's One UI 4.0 and Android 12L, I think. So apparently this is supposed to get the new One UI 5.0 update with the Android 13, which is apparently going to come soon. So you are ready with the newest update that was released like on the 1st of November. You can already get these like stacked widgets, which is really nice. You can just have multiple widgets and take up very little like screen space. You also have just different clocks. You can have the weather, and the cameras is another thing. So these cameras are very similar to the S23 Ultra. It has a lot of the same components and everything. And this has a 30 times zoom, which is actually pretty good. It's kind of fuzzy, but then it does a lot of processing on it, and the pictures turn out to, be pretty good. Now, sadly, this does not have any micro camera, which, I mean, isn't a big disappointment. I mean, you're not going to use it all that much, and the main camera works fine for like micro shots too. You have like your oh, that was not supposed to happen. You have your panorama, and then the hyperlapse, single take, pro video, pro camera, night mode, food, slow motion, super slow motion, portrait video, which that is new, and then one more. And then you have Zone, sorry, and then Bixby Vision. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is also, again, the cameras. So it produces really crisp, clear photos, which in my testing have been super nice, really sharp. Now, if you're doing something like kind of like what you'd use a micro lens for, you won't get as much detail. Like on this pedal, you get like detail, and then on this one, you don't really get as much. It's just kind of blends together if you zoom in. But if you don't, that looks really good. And then also, that turned out pretty good. And then, like, just the ultra wide lens, which is a 6 times optical zoom instead of 5 times optical zoom, is pretty good. Images, they're pretty crisp. So they're very similar to like the S22, S22 Plus, like how they have their like images, like how it looks. And then, yeah, it's pretty good. This cover screen alone is a lot wider than last year's, which is a lot nicer. And the inner display is also really nice. And I really enjoy that hidden camera there and the S Pen functionality. It's just been really nice. So, a few main things that a lot of people don't like about these foldables is the crease. Now, on this phone, you can, like on camera, you can see it, but in everyday use, you're not going to notice it, especially like watching some YouTube, just scrolling like through Google, like reading the news. You're not really ever going to notice it. And even like running your finger across it or using the S Pen across it, you're not going to feel it at all. I think that about does it with my full review on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it, if you like this phone, or if you just think that you want to stick to a regular, conventionary smartphone that doesn't fold. And keep an eye out for my review on the new Z Flip 4, which is what I'm currently filming with. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.